Today, I want to take you behind the scenes of my journey, not just as a photographer, but as someone who's taken that passion to YouTube. I've been working in photography for a while now, but more recently, I've been using this platform to connect with other photography lovers, share tips, and dive deep into Nikon gear. And today, I'm excited to share some numbers with you, some real insights into how this YouTube journey has been shaping up. I started my photography journey by shooting portraits, events, just loving the art and capturing moments. I've been fortunate to make that into a business with Qfotolens photography and events, where I get to create images that mean something to people. But at a certain point, I realized I want to take my knowledge and my experience further. And that's where the idea of adding some stuff to YouTube came into play. It wasn't easy. I was diving into something totally new, something I did not know how to do, doing videos, storytelling, editing, the whole 9 yards. And a new audience. At first, my videos were simple, talking about the basic photography or sharing tips for beginners. And I remember one of my first videos getting only a handful of views. But over time, I started to find my voice. I learned what people really wanted to know, and I kept building from there. I started to see more comments, especially from one particular video. And it felt like I was really reaching people, which is something I actually love to do, even basically with photography. But funny enough, I let that video blow up and not even realize that it caught steam so quickly. And I totally forgot about YouTube for a bit. I literally felt so bad because so many of my other videos weren't doing well. So I just stopped. I really just didn't have the time, and I was doing so much other photo shoots. I didn't get a chance to go back and kind of look at it as deep as I should have. That video blew up, had about 7K likes in maybe a span of 3 months, maybe 4 months. I'll show you shortly. And for some reason, I just didn't click back in to do some more videos as quickly as I should have. So there was a big gap in between my next couple of videos. I found that I kind of missed that opportunity. Going over it now, since the last kind of 2 years that I was doing that big one that first popped off, or I think that kind of did very well, did about 7K views. Now recently, since about July, I started putting up more videos, and I found myself trying to get really back in it because I found that one of my other videos, it was a short that I actually did, you can see it up here, did extremely well, and it was catching steam, and it was like 30, 40K thousand. I was like, okay, what's going on here? So I did another little video about it, and it was more of a long form video. But once again, long form meaning it was horizontal, but it was only maybe 3 minutes long. And that video did extremely well. It was like more or less the same video, but in a horizontal version of it, and it did extremely well. And it's still doing very, very well. Fast forward now to July, August, I was kind of looking back at my YouTube stuff again and realized that this video is still going strong, and not realizing that it just hit 50K. I was like, whoa, okay, what do I do now? So instead of just letting that momentum go to waste, because I only have 365 days to kind of make that realization that I could try to make those numbers and of course try to get monetized, I decided to jump on hard. My aim was to put a new video out every single week, do some editing, and I did a short in between. So in between every week, I was putting a short in maybe 1 or 2 times, and then a video maybe on a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, and kind of was doing that kind of a rotation. It was working well, but I would say I kind of burnt out, got tired, lost momentum, and took a little bit of a break in October. And I'll show you the numbers where you can see that the numbers kind of dropped off. Trying to get back into it now. I'll go over here and kind of show you the analytics. So guys, I've hit back 11,000 in my last 28 days. So we're just gonna take a quick look at the 90 days and kind of see where we are and what we're kind of doing here. So we started, we here with the 36.9, and it started back in July. The end of July is when I kind of started picking up steam. My aim was to kind of do a video every single week and do a short every once or twice in that same week. So the numbers kind of got, I would say, boosted because once again, shorts bring you a lot of views very quickly. They might even bring you a lot of subscribers, but they don't come back to watch your long form video because they like the shorts. Having shorts on your video is great, but it's not always exactly what you're looking for in regards to trying to get that monetization and are those big numbers. I'll give you a quick glimpse of my monetization right now. I'm not monetized right now at the moment. 722, and at the time when I first started to come back to my YouTube and try to really get those numbers up again, I was thinking it was about 400 or 500. And I saw, I was like, okay, that's pretty okay. I mean, I can do this within a year, not knowing how difficult it would actually be. So don't let anybody fool you in thinking that it's not difficult. It is very difficult to get those numbers. So once again, let's look at my 90 days. So putting a video out pretty often. I was doing a video, a short. Sometimes I'll put out a little bit of a horizontal video or long form video. Wasn't great, but I knew it would drive some numbers up. And I actually was surprised that some of the videos that I would do a little bit more quicker, no editing in those videos, very quick J cuts, no special B-rolls and animation and stuff like that. Those videos actually sometimes did better than my videos that I put more effort into, quote unquote. And it's always surprising to see that. It also happened with the shorts where I would put minimal effort into some shorts that literally do amazingly, and then other ones I put all this B-roll in, I put all this transitions in, and it just doesn't drive for one reason or another. Then I've gone through changing up titles, I've gone through changing up thumbnails. Some actually generate more business, some don't. So it really just depends on what it is, and I'm trying my best to kind of get into more analyzing what's actually happening in my videos and what I'm actually trying to put out there. There was this gap where I kind of dropped off in the end of September. I just got fatigued. I was putting out videos all of September, all of August. I was going. And I just got to a point where just like big wall. And I just couldn't figure out what to do next or what direction I wanted to go in. And I realized my numbers kind of slowly dropped off. And I went from September being one of my best months to kind of just dropping off at the beginning of October because I just couldn't continue that pace. And I hear a lot of people saying they're putting out 20 videos in 20 days. They are definitely doing bulk video editing. But even having those ideas ready to go and having all the videos done and have all the B-roll done, even if you have your own editor and or you're doing it yourself, it's a lot of work, guys. It's not an easy task. So I definitely commend those YouTubers that can put out that kind of work and consistently do it. I got a lot of help with one of my videos regards to the Nikon 50mm lens that came out. And I was just lucky enough that when it came out, I was putting together a video, or I had a thought process about a video I wanted to do. Even though I don't have that lens, I knew I've had a lens similar to that before in the past. And I knew that a 1.4 lens with a Nikon that wasn't an S lens, that was a 1.4, there'd be some things about it that I just generally wouldn't like. And I did a video on it, and I think it had great reviews. It did very well. And it kind of made me think, okay, I can do more on this. And I kind of did another video right behind that one, and it did very well. So it's one of those things you need to make sure that if you see a video doing well, try to think very quickly of what the viewers want for the next video. And try to do that over and over and over and repeat that. And I think that's how you're going to really jump those numbers. My watch hours right now in the moment, they're at 449. Those aren't my 365 numbers. Those are just right now in the moment. And my subscribers are up. So you see across the board, everything is up over my last 90 days. Let's look at the 365. And once again, everything is up except for subscribers. Subscribers are down by 268. But I generally get 1 to 2 subscribers a day. Sometimes I might get 3 or 4, depending on what's happening. I found when I was doing my videos, I got boosted based on certain videos. So August 12th, I got a lot of subscribers that day. And then another one, September 16th, I think that's when I dropped the Nikon video. And once again, getting those general subscribers coming in really helps. I would love to be a lot more consistent and be bringing in 5 and 6, but I know that's something that I have to definitely work on and definitely bring in more videos to you guys so that you guys can actually jump in and watch them. And I think a lot of people do come back to watch my videos, may not necessarily be subscribers. So unless I can bring something that really motivates you to subscribe and or just make it more of a call to action. A lot of my videos don't have that at the end of it, or even during my video. I might have the logo up there or something, the elements up there, but I don't actually say it. So maybe I'll start saying, hey, subscribe, like the videos, share, and see how that kind of motivates people to do that as well. So over here, kind of show you my top video. This is over the 90 days, but I'm going to show you the 365 because I want to really break this down for everybody to understand. I had this one video of one short that I made last year that jumped off. It was about enabling Bluetooth on the Nikon Z7 or Z7A, and I couldn't figure out how to do it with the RS3, and it kind of blew up. But I didn't realize it was blowing up at the time because I had stepped off of YouTube. I put it up. It was my last little video. I had did a bunch of videos and I realized that they weren't really moving that fast. And I kind of just moved off of YouTube, went all my life, did my photography stuff, was getting busy again. I was doing back to school, back to work. And these videos were doing great numbers and they were doing consistent numbers. I didn't know that it was happening at the time because I wasn't checking my numbers. And of course, I didn't piggyback off of that success. So there's this huge gap where the video, nothing's happening. So when I started to realize what was happening was back in July and I started picking up, the volume started coming in now. So now my watch time is getting higher. Here you can see that my watch time was actually going up a little bit. And there's certain videos that just do better than others. Let me see if I can sort that by watch time. So you got a short that does very well, but then I have the video that's similar to the short, but it's kind of the breakdown. And then it comes down from there. So these are all my older videos that are now doing numbers. And they're doing numbers very well. But my newer videos are right behind. My hope or my aim is that these videos also do well over the next 2 to 3 months, that they start to kind of really bring in more watch time. I'm also going to try to see if I can piggyback off of some of the older videos and do like a continuation or part 2 of some of those videos to see if I can get more continuation from those videos because people tend to like those ones. So let's go to my traffic source. And I think this is one of those things that people don't always look at. And this is over the 365. A lot of things happening here, but let's take a quick dive into some of these items here. YouTube search. People are searching at the highest level when I'm putting out, which is great. A lot of it is, of course, that video, that short, that's doing the bulk of the numbers. But in general, my videos are being looked for, right? Which is a good thing. So titles matter. Making sure that you have those titles in there, making sure that you have those tags in there, it really does help. And making sure that the descriptions are in there. I'm actually going to be putting on a video of something I kind of learned, and I'll put out a video about that probably later on this year, just so you guys can see some of the things I've done to kind of elevate some of my YouTube searches. External are like my websites that I have. So on my actual Qfotolens website, I put on some of my YouTube videos so people can see that. So when they go to my website, they can see my YouTube videos as well. I have them as a journal, and they click into the link and it keeps them in my website, but they also click in the YouTube link, which works really well. Suggested videos, YouTube kind of suggesting those videos to people, and then a shorts feed. Shorts feeds are one of those weird things that, I mean, it goes crazy. I put up YouTube shorts on elephants when I came back from South Africa, and those went crazy right from the jump. You get 1,000 and they will completely die off. Some of them stayed longer. But I also have some shorts from 2 years ago, and you can see the video quality it's crap, but the videos are doing really, really well for some amazing reason. And once again, some of the simplest videos I've put out have done consistently well, and other ones not so well. So it's one of those back and forth. Other YouTube videos, my playlists are doing okay, but I need to really make sure that my playlist makes sense, put the right videos in those lists, and then send those out either by Twitter, by my Instagram, and just get other people looking at those, because once you watch the one video, then you watch the second one, then you watch the third. So I'm going to try to create more playlists that make sense, that connect to each other, that are either series and or videos that actually connect to each other because they're on business or how I created this or photography shop 101, and just kind of build on those things. And then you have all the rest of the stuff here. Most of the people that my viewers are pretty much from the United States or from the US. I would like to get more from Canada, but Canada is a smaller market than the US, so I expect this to be like this. Of course, you have India up there as well as top numbers, only because of the shorts. I don't think I typically have people from India that are watching my videos. I don't do different languages. I just do English and captions. So it makes sense. I would love to get more from the United Kingdom, of course, Germany. And of course, there's a couple of other ones here. And I know certain videos are being pushed for certain things. So I have a couple of different videos that are more, that have a little more of a twist on it. And it may be like, I don't know, table boxing is not a typical video I would do, but it's one of the first videos I did that I really enjoyed. I really was able to get the video content and was able to edit myself, and I think I was able to really showcase my skill set in that. And that particular video is one of those ones that a school would use, or somebody learning how to box a table. It has nothing to do with Nikon, has nothing to do with me editing or anything like that. It's just literally a documentary or an educational video on how to do something. I used my 2 cameras. I used a cell phone. It worked out really great. Okay, Let me not digress into all this. So once again, my aim is to, over the beginning of November, starting yesterday or 2 days ago, going into November, all of December, my aim is to really get all of my YouTube videos out as much as possible. I'm going to try every other week for about 14 days, maybe 20. I'm going to try for 20 every other. I'm not going to do any more shorts for the rest of the year. That's my aim. And then I want to see if I can catch up to these dates over here, because what's going to happen is that in about January, February, when my numbers started really coming in for some of my videos, these numbers are going to drop off. And I want to take advantage of it before it drops off. So I want to say late November, early December, these numbers are going to start to go up. As you can see here, the numbers are going up. And I want to really take advantage of those numbers while they're going up, so that will help boost and give me some opportunity. Because once those numbers are passed and I get into February, it's gone. And I got to start my 365 all over again. So my aim is that I'm going to try to maximize these numbers while they're in the system, so they don't drop off. Just to give you a lifetime view of how it kind of went. Let me see if it builds. This is that peak where I kind of missed it. So starting back in 2020, I missed this peak here where I could have really maximized everything I could have gotten out of YouTube at the time. And I didn't, and I made that mistake, and I don't want you guys to make that same mistake. So look at your analytics, take a look at your YouTube. If you're gonna start, go all the way in, try your best, and put out video, put out content. You don't need to always worry about editing. I have a video about this as well. The editing part will come. You will start slowly, then you'll go, I believe it's like a 3-level thing. You start with just J cuts, no editing, very, very simple, and then you move up from there, and then you add some B-roll, and then you can move up to there, and then you can get to, I don't know, Mr. Beast type level stuff, right? And really get into the graphics and all the animations and stuff like that. But look at this. All this is all down, down, down. And I didn't start back until 2003. So a whole year went where I wasn't doing any videos, or very few. And then things just kind of went off. It did very, very well. My first video, I think that did very well, was this one here. Small rig video cage did very well. People were watching that video consistently, which was great. And this is when the short came out. And since then, the numbers have been, volume has been there, watch time has been there. And that's the end game, is to get that volume in there. So let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna put you back over and we'll wrap this up from there. So going back over to my last 7 days, you can see the numbers are pretty low. And let's just go back over to this first page once again, and just go back over to my 365. I'm gonna go to the last 7 days and just kind of give you a wrap up of what's happening last 7 days. Only had 4 subscribers, 34.1 watch time hours, and then 3.1 views. And once again, my aim, I only put out 1 short, 1 video. Last 28, I had 2 shorts, 2 videos, 3 shorts, 1 video, right? So this is what September looks like. The end of September and all of October. It was nothing compared to the previous month. So the aim is to try to boost those as much as possible. And just to repeat, my audience seems to love my content about Nikon Z7 II. So I've been diving deeper, and I plan to continue to dive deeper into that. And here's a cool insight. Shorts about Nikon lens tend to bring in some of my highest engagement. But as I said, it's that one video that did really, really well a year and a bit ago that's been still doing extremely great numbers. The retention rate on those videos are off the charts. It's no doubt about it. But once again, I need to build on that stuff. You can see here that as soon as I started making specific in-depth videos on Nikon, the views shot up. What surprised me was my engagement. Likes, comments, likes, all spiked. So whenever I shared something more personal, like why I chose certain lens or gear, the average retention rate tells me a lot about what's working and what isn't. So shorts, fast-paced videos seems to keep people watching longer, which is a big win. But unfortunately, the retention of having them come back, I don't win. The shorter videos that I do under 5 minutes have been doing really well. Well, fortunately, I'm able to get those viewers to come back. Those viewers are coming back, but in smaller numbers. So even though I'm on YouTube now, I'm still very much a photographer at heart and still take projects on. And in fact, being active in the field helps me bring more valuable real world insights into my videos. It's like I have a dual role now. photographer slash content creator. Never thought I was going to say that. But the cool part, they really complement each other. Looking back, I've learned that this is a very important experiment, and I see how it resonates, and I'm pretty much working with it. Not every video will be hit, but each one teaches me something new. If you're someone who likes, or someone who's thinking about combining your passions, photography, videography, music, or anything, I say go for it. Put it on YouTube, let the people decide if they like it or not. At the end of the day, it's on you, it's your work, you enjoy it. So that's my journey so far. I'll keep you posted in the channel. As the channel grows, hopefully we have a great video for you in January. If not, I'll still have another video for you in January to show you where I've come or how far I've come since this video. And if there's anything specific you'd like to know about photography, Nikon gear, or even some things about YouTube itself, drop a comment below. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, because I will give you new stuff, hopefully every other day for a couple of weeks. Peace.